Something like that. Tennessee State and Western Kentucky will be the first two games in the regular season when we crank it up in a few months.
I guess the most exciting thing about Tennessee State is, isn't Eddie George the head coach at Tennessee State?
I think he's moved on.
Has he?
I believe he's at Bowling Green.
Okay.
I think. And you're getting in the weeds on the prep now.
Sorry. Well, I've made my first mistake.
Way too early for that.
Well, I made every Bulldog fan driving to the game last minute freak out when I said Chris Cole was gone. He's not, folks. I was wrong. I wrote it down wrong. He's here.
That's all right.
Thank God.
Right. Yeah, number 9 is in uniform today. One of our number 9s. Eddie George is at Bowling Green. All right. The red team on the near sideline, the black team on the far sideline. And this will be controlled today by the head coach, Kirby Smart, as to how we function. They'll probably run some goal line stuff towards the end of practice or into the scrimmage, and 2-minute drills, so they'll mix it up today. It won't be 100% like a real game, but maybe, I don't know, 75, 80%.
It'll be the way Coach Smart wants it to be, since he's running the clock.
Yeah, what do you want to work on?
He's running the whistle. He's running everything.
That's right.
I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see a long yardage situation, whether it be offensive or defensively, get repeated because somebody did something wrong.
Now, one of the new guys will be kicking off. Haran Zurakat is a freshman place kicker from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. He's in the black uniform, kicking from left to right and back deep to return the kick is Talon Taylor, who moves to his right, catches it in the end zone, and then will be touched down around the 20-yard line or so as he weaves his way out of the end zone and up the field. And we'll see where they spot the football in our first play from scrimmage, starting on the 25-yard line.
Well, that was Khalil Barnes' first physical contact in an official capacity, I guess, or unofficially unofficial. It was a little bit more than a tag down, Scott. That was a nice thud from the shoulder.
Maybe they are thudding. We didn't get the instructions on exactly how they're making stops today. From scrimmage now, they'll tackle to the ground. All right, here's the red offense. This is the number 1 offense, the red team. Gunnar Stockton at quarterback. First play will be a handoff to Nate Frazier, and he stutter steps straight ahead up the far hash to about the 30-yard line, a gain of 5. Xavier McLeod, big defensive lineman, making the tackle, the former transfer from South Carolina. He's from Camden, South Carolina.
First play from scrimmage, Nate Frazier comes out of that pile hobbling to the sideline.
Oh, that's not what you're looking for.
No, his day's probably over.
Big Elijah Griffin and McLeod, the interior defensive lineman for the black team. Snap back to Stockton. He'll throw it out in the right flat and set up a screen over on the far side. And the pass is caught by Chauncey Bowens out of the backfield. Bowens, the redshirt sophomore running back to be from Port St. Lucie, Florida.
Chauncey does a great job catching the ball out of the backfield, making a man miss, picking up a first down there. Wearing the new number 5 this year.
Tackled by Cole and Bolden up at the 38-yard line. And Bowens in the backfield with Stockton. Play fake. Gunnar wants to throw. Hangs it up for the near sideline. One-on-one coverage. Going to Canyon and batted away by the transfer from Southern Cal. Braylon Conley breaks it up inside the 30 on this end of the field. Isaiah Canyon, the intended target, the transfer from Georgia Tech. Nice play by Conley that time, Josh.
Yeah, good play by Conley. Good throw by Gunnar. You would love to see Canyon use his big body to go up and high point that football. He had a good opportunity to make a catch over top of the DB's head.
Yeah, 6'4". He is a big body out on the edge. Here's a handoff inside to Dwight Phillips. Got a lot of speed, not a ton of size, and the defense takes advantage of that as he is wrapped up by Quintavious Johnson and slung back in the other direction at the 45-yard line.
Dwight, one of those guys that's been getting a lot of publicity this spring, talking about how explosive he is from the line of scrimmage. Of course, Georgia always harping on explosive plays offensively, and Dwight, with his burst and his speed, man, he can give it to you.
Phillips was the 4th leading rusher on the team, just over 200 yards rushing last year for the Dogs. Bowens in the backfield to the left of Stockton. They'll bring a receiver in motion to the near side, snap it back, play fake, a little bit of confusion. Gunner's going to keep it and run, and he runs right into Josh Horton, one of the big linemen, and he's tagged down right there at the 46, 47-yard line, middle of the field between the hash marks. Quarterbacked by Ryan Puglisi. And Dante Dowdle, a multiple-time transfer in the backfield at running back. Malachi Tolliver, the center, snaps it back to Puglisi. In the pocket, he stands and fires, and a sliding effort is made at the 43, but pass is going to be incomplete. Ethan Barbour, the tight end, tried to slide feet first around the 42 on the near hash. Couldn't come up with a low throw from Puglisi.
Dog fans would have loved that formation, using Barbour to trick the middle of the field there, and had a great option route choice there. Just couldn't quite connect from Puglisi.
They move the tight end Barbour in motion from left to right now. Comes out of the slot. Puglisi nowhere to go with a football. And that'll go down as a sack as he just jumped in behind his offensive line. And there were red shirts and black shirts everywhere near the line of scrimmage. And they blow the whistle, blow the play dead at the 21-yard line. So that's a sack for Nnamdi Ogboko, redshirt sophomore from Durham, North Carolina, whose brother is also on the team this year. Ekene is an offensive lineman.
That grocery bill in that household, Scott. Goodness.
In fact, Ekene is at left tackle right now. Yes, that's a huge tandem. Puglisi's throw out to the left side, caught at the 25-yard line, then knocked around is Jeremy Bell, the redshirt sophomore from Homerville, Georgia.
He goes out, and in comes Elijah Griffin, and it doesn't get any easier.
That's good for Georgia. Here's a toss to Phillips, breaks a tackle at the 35, angles outside the numbers into the boundary now, and chased out on the near sideline in black team territory at the 49. He broke a tackle from Dinkins before being forced into the boundary by Zion Branch.
Josh, you mentioned it, has had a really big, explosive spring. They enjoyed that about him, and that's what he wants to add to this offense.
There's Stockton completing a long throw down to the black 20 and a couple of more yards to the 16 before Braylon Conley makes the tackle on Craig Dandridge, one of the highly touted freshman receivers, 6'1", 185 from Memphis.
And that's when spring game benefits you. That would have been a sack most likely in any other game. Chase Linton with good pressure around. Joseph Jonah Ajonye with good pressure around there.
Second down on the black 12 for the red offense. Handoff Bowens. Slams on the brake. It says he angles right. Tries to avoid Chris Cole, but Georgia's veteran linebacker from Salem, Virginia makes the tackle as Bowens kind of lost his traction. When he tried to stop and change directions, he slid a little bit at the 11, and that gave Cole an opportunity to just make the stop right there. Elias Williams in the slot to the near side. Snap it back to Gunner in the pocket, surrounded. Now he's forced out to the right side and tagged down in the vicinity of the 10, the 9, the 8 is where they'll spot it. Looked like they touched him around the 10 as he crossed over that line. They'll spot it at the 8. Terrell Foster, the linebacker, senior from Kennesaw, Georgia.
And again, you had good pressure around Juan Gaston that time, the opposite side of Georgia's offensive line. Chris Cole with a really good pass rush. He's probably fussing and arguing for a sack on that one also.
Does that go on during the spring game?
Oh,
Give me
100%.
my stats.
Give me my sack, man. Come on.
We're going to try a field goal here on 4th down. Peyton Woodring, the veteran all-star from the 16-yard line. Far hash kicking left into the west stands. And Gunner to hold it. And Will Snellings to snap it. And the execution is perfect. Ryan Montgomery this time, Josh, will come in at quarterback.
We've heard a lot about him this year. So far this spring, done a lot of good things. You hear a good positive report on him pretty much every practice note.
They'll work from left to right here. Throw it out to the tight end pro throw on the right side. Would grab his leg at the 25-yard line, and he kind of hops to the sideline to fall out of bounds around the 27 or so. Tyreek Green, he's gotten a lot of publicity this spring. Freshman from Atlanta area, a Yeah, well, he's kind of a 60-minute man.
He is, absolutely. Just showed you why, too. Breaking a one-on-one block and getting the tackle in open field.
Montgomery to throw on an angle. Again, I think it's pro throw, yeah. The freshman tight end from Bowman, Georgia, coming in from the left angle. Complete at the 34-yard line and tackled by Jalen Morgan. It's a redshirt freshman defensive back from Murfreesboro, Tennessee, tackled at the 34. So Montgomery with a couple of pass completions to their big freshman tight end. Pro throw.
Well, and you would have loved to see him pro throw too there. He caught the ball near the sticks and just get that ball vertical, young man, and get across and get you a pivotal first down.
Montgomery, high snap, toss, sweep, dropped by Bo Walker. He turns and falls on it, put his body right on top of the football after he mishandled the toss to the left at the 29, so they lose yardage. Kirby Smart walking with the headphones, the headset on, and the transmission pack on his hip behind the offensive team. Here's a long, deep, high throw by Gunnar Stockton, going to be caught out of bounds on the far sideline inside the 30-yard line. That thing hung up there forever. He was going deep down the far sideline to the freshman Dandridge. I think Georgia's going to be looking for good things from him this year.
He sure is. I liked rolling the pocket there, but what I liked more than anything was Jonte Gilbert's positioning. So many times on those deep balls last year, Georgia's secondary guys would recover at the last minute and get a pass interference call. Gilbert just rode Dandridge out of bounds the entire way down the far sideline. Great job there by him.
Second down from the 32. Running play with Bowens, breaking tackles, bouncing outside. Wow, spinning and just busting loose of black jerseys, trying to grab him to the ground, and he pushes that football all the way up to the black 49-yard line. Gain of 19 on the run by Chauncey Bowens, breaking tackles. Quintavious Johnson couldn't get him down. Rayshawn Dinkins, K.J. Bolden took them all to get him on the turf at the 49. There's a quick throw by Stockton and a blitz by the black team. Stockton backpedaling and just unloading the football. Terrell Foster came in and got in Gunner's face that time, forced him to release it a little bit before he wanted to, and it's a long incomplete pass down the near sideline.
Good coverage. Nowhere to go.
Where's Georgia's production going to come from in the receiving core? We talked a little bit about it before the scrimmage started today. We've lost six of our top seven receivers from last year. The number one returning receiver is London Humphreys with his 18 catches. This pass goes to Dwight Phillips, and he's tackled on the far sideline and comes up a little bit lane, kind of holding his left shoulder, dangling a little bit. Rayshawn Dinkins made the tackle at the 30 on the far side of the field. No kidding. Take it easy. Hand off to Bowens. Straight ahead, nothing there. Bounces out right. Chased down immediately by Quintavious Johnson, who changes his jersey number from 33 to 3 this year. So he removed one of the threes. Made him a little bit faster, apparently. He made the tackle at the 32. And they run a jet sweep to Jaden Riddell, the tight end, sweeping wide to the left side. And he's got a lot of running room and a little bit of an escort. And they chase him out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Riddell getting into a little, looking like Brock Bowers there, taking the jet sweep.
Jet sweep to a tight end. You don't hear that often. They had Elias Williams with a really good block on that side. So does Landon Roldan, giving him some room to run on that left side.
Into the red zone and a little bit deeper there at the 9-yard line. 1st and 10, 1st and goal. That's where they wear the pads all the way down to their waist and beyond. Play fake Gunner, going to dump it into the end zone and caught for a touchdown. Riddell, the tight end. He's getting a lot of work on that series.
Yeah,
Jaden Riddell, the redshirt sophomore, with a touchdown catch from about 7 yards out.
Quick slant. Love to see that. Use the big body the right way, Jalen Riddell. Get yourself inside positioning on the secondary. And also, too, good job by Gunner. Last year, we saw him be reluctant to throw that pass and reaching up over top of that defensive line to throw the ball, afraid it would get batted down. But good read by Gunner. Good route by Jalen.
Riddell from Raymore, Missouri, had one touchdown catch last season. Now he's got one here in the G-Day game. Here's the extra point try is good by Peyton Woodring. He's never missed, by the way, in real live game action. Got about 8 on the throw. It's 3rd and 2 for Montgomery, who's in the shotgun. They send the man in motion, Walker to the right, and a quick throw to the slot man again. They go to the tight end, Barbour. This time it's broken up again by Nick Abrams, the freshman from Baltimore, Maryland. Shotgun for Puglisi, play fake. And he runs out of the pocket to the left. Defense is saying, I tagged him. That's Griffin holding up his hand.
He is.
I tagged him. That's a sack for me.
I guarantee he's frustrated at that side judge too, because no, man, I sacked him back here on the 22. He didn't make the 25.
The red offense, Puglisi, the quarterback. He had 3 receivers to the left for a moment. They moved one. Pass batted at the line of scrimmage, high in the air, going to come down incomplete on the turf. Who got a piece of that one? McLeod batted that ball up in the air. Quintavious Johnson was the closest player to it when it landed for the defense.
Well, it's a good thing that ball got batted down. I believe Zion Branch ran the route better than the receiver did that time. He was inside the receiver. That ball would have went right into the wickets of number 2.
All right, the black team will start from the 25-yard line. Pressure on Montgomery off his back foot. He jump in the air and throw it as he had a man rushing right in his face, and that was Isaiah Gibson almost getting to the quarterback, and he may be claiming he did. And the pass is incomplete on the right. Was it incomplete?
It was incomplete.
Okay, I was watching the quarterback and just assumed.
Gibson with the pressure, 2nd and 10.
So 2nd and 10. Montgomery in the shotgun, tosses it to his left, and they'll run it up. Breaking through is Dowdle. Dante Dowdle, and then he destroys the final man in his way at the 50-yard line. They never got him to the ground. They got him out of bounds, but not on the turf. Daniel Okonkwo is the guy he kind of stiff-armed to the turf at the 50 before going out of bounds. And Dowdle is he's an interesting story. He's a senior from Picayune, Mississippi. This is his 4th school. He started at Oregon, went to Nebraska, came here from Kentucky. So he's making a trek through the SEC now, Kentucky and Georgia. Glad to have him here in Athens this season.
Yeah, very violent runner. We watched him a lot last year. Tyreek Jennison, big lineman out in front too.
3rd down play coming up. 7:45 to go in the 2nd quarter. Here at G-Day. Hand off to Walker again. He angles to the near side, and coming in from behind to make the tackle on the red defense is A.J. Lunnan, local product from Clark Central High School here in Athens, a 6'2 freshman.
And Littlejohn just did the exact same thing on the very next play. He stuffed 2 offensive linemen that time, and that slowed the running back down just long enough for Lunnan to get that down the line pursuit.
Lunnan with a nice, down the line from the backside tackle at the 40-yard line. 4th down and a couple. Offense stays out there to run the play on 4th down. Kirby Smart watching from about 10 yards behind the offense. Montgomery in the shotgun. All day to throw out of the pocket. Now he rolls to the right, looking downfield, being chased. And the pass is broken up. Far sideline, trying to go to Will Taylor at the 30. But the pass is broken up by Blake Stewart, freshman safety from Atlanta. So it goes over on downs as the black team, or the red, the black offense there fails to convert.
Yeah. First look at a true scramble drill there. Good job staying attached to your receivers by the secondary. Good job by your offensive line, giving it plenty of time to throw the football, just nowhere to go.
A lot of protection there for Montgomery that finally rolls out to the right and unable to pick up the 1st down.
Red team takes possession on the
So the red offense now 1st and 10 on the 35 with Puglisi at quarterback under center. They bring a man in motion. Play fake to Phillips. Bootleg to the right. The throw is broken up by Chase Linton, the outside linebacker, who was about 3 yards right in front of Puglisi. Just reached an arm up there and batted the ball down incomplete. Never had a chance to reach its target.
It's like last year, watching our guys pursue. C.J. Allen running so fast in pursuit, which, by the way, that we saw that 4.340 that he ran at the combine in Indianapolis live on the field a lot. But how unfair is it that a guy like Chase Linton, that big, that long, with that length, been able to time that pass up perfectly and get it batted down? Just envious, Scott.
You don't have those kind of moves anymore?
No, I don't.
Puglisi to throw. He's got time. Hangs it up, far sideline, overshoots his man, trying to throw it deep down the far sideline for C.J. Wiley, covered by Gentry Williams, the transfer from Oklahoma. The throw overshot everybody over there and landed out of bounds incomplete.
Well, again, the thing that I've seen so far in this game is our corners especially have done a great job in coverage, whereas last year we would have grabbed a hold or done something to get a flag thrown. Not so far in this spring game. Good work this offseason.
Bowens in the backfield with Puglisi. They want to throw again. Same spot, same play. This time Talon Taylor rotates, turns, faces the ball, makes a two-handed catch, and then out of bounds at the black team 33-yard line. Nice adjustment by Taylor, and Gentry Williams this time was still defending the play, but this time Talon Taylor able to make the catch on him for a sizable gain into black territory.
That's how it happens, right? You give him a compliment, and then the next thing you know, he doesn't get his head around when the ball throws. Great throw by Puglisi, too, right over top of his head.
Picked up 32 yards on the pass completion. Puglisi under center, 1st and 10. They hand it off to Phillips. And he fights off one tackler in the backfield and then over the line of scrimmage and stopped at the 30 by Griffin and Chase Linton. The outside linebacker. Puglisi under the center. Cortez Smith is at that position. Handed off to Phillips, trying to bounce out to the left, gets the corner sideline. They blow the whistle.
White jersey on a DB, said that he was there. He's probably not allowed to go make full contact. Blow it dead. Although I don't believe he would have gotten Peanut Tillman down in that open space one-on-one situation.
Yeah, I'm questioning that too. That was Gentry Williams.
So the lineman
defensive back on that side of the field.
So your lineman won all these sacks. Now Peanut's like, no, man, that was my touchdown. Come on.
Yeah, it looked like he turned the corner pretty good there, but they blew the play dead anyway at the 30. So we got a 3rd down situation now for the offense. Riddell in motion to the left. Puglisi handoff to Bowens. Fights off a man on the corner, tight ropes the sideline, and then a collision downfield inside the 15 with Dinkins bumped out of bounds. Terrell Foster couldn't make the tackle. Bowens is a tackle breaker.
He's a machine, and again, he's going to fuss because they took some yards off his too because there was a no contact. They blew that play dead at the 20, and he easily made it down inside the 15.
And that might be Kirby controlling where they down in distance and all of that.
Adversity, Scott.
That's all right. We want to work on this one from the 20. Okay, it's 1st and 10 on the red zone at the 20, and Puglisi will take the snap out of the shotgun, a play fake to Phillips, and he'll throw it to the big tight end Elias Williams, who's tumbled to the turf near the numbers on the right side of the field at the 18-yard line by Zach Fort, a freshman from Long Beach, California. Let's check in with Shock on the sidelines. DJ, what's happening down there?
Fellas, we saw 3 straight runs of that left side of the offensive line, and Josh mentioned it when we started the game. You got Juan Gaston over there. You got Zaki Helton. A lot of people talked a lot about Helton. I talked to a couple guys down here about him on the staff and said he could easily be the best player on the field. Not just best lineman, but the best player on the field. Had a lot of success. This guy's been holding his own during spring.
Working with the ones here, which is a rare feat for a lineman that's only been on campus for a handful of weeks. And Zakai Helton is certainly making his mark. Red offense runs a bootleg with Puglisi. They pass it up ahead to Riddell, who tight ropes the near sideline. They get him inside the 5 and down to about the 3-yard line.
Not like that.
I think you just make it up as you go along. Do what you want to do, right? All right, from the 1, handed off to Phillips again. Oh, knocked down from behind, but he's able to spin around and fall in back first over the goal line to get the touchdown. Zach Fort, the freshman, came down the line from the opposite side and made contact with Phillips to spin him around, causing him to fall into the end zone on his back, but he got the score anyway.
Yeah, I mean, Fort couldn't do it any better on 2 exact plays back-to-back, but, that's just kind of an inevitable thing there that Dwight was getting in the end zone too close to keep him out there.
So Phillips with a 1-yard touchdown and the point after try for the Red. Peyton Woodring out of the hold of Gunnar Stockton. Cleans up the snap off the turf, places it down, and Woodring puts it up and through. So it's 17-0 now, the red team leading. With 1:31 to go before halftime here at G-Day. Black offense going quick. They're running a 2-minute drill here in the last 2 minutes of the half. And Montgomery operating at quarterback. Quick throw out to the right flat is caught going out of bounds. Ryan Montgomery trying to engineer a 2-minute drive here before halftime. Pressure up the middle. They slow down, and Montgomery throws it overthrown and intercepted by the red defense. Todd Robinson picks off the overthrow. They were trying to go to Ethan Barbour and just missed him by about a foot or so, and there's Todd Robinson to pick it and go the other way, and that ends the threat with 1:03 to go here in the second quarter.
Ryan let that one float on him just a little bit too much air underneath that in the middle of the field. Todd Robinson just playing a good center field. Comes over and gets the pick.
So now the red offense has a chance to work some late quarter magic with 63 seconds to go. No doubt we'll see them go into the 2-minute drill, or 1-minute drill, if you will. And since 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, Bowens in the backfield and Stockton in the shotgun. Cortez snap back to Gunner. Time to throw. Deep ball, right sideline, one-on-one coverage off the fingertips at the 20 and incomplete. As they tried to go to Dandridge again.
Yeah, smart by Gunner, too. He realized that he got the defensive line to jump off sides, took advantage of the free play. Dandridge with a great job, too. I mean, the way he positioned his body not to push off.
81, 5-yard penalty, results in a first down.
Walter Blanchard in motion to the left side. Play fake to Bowens. Gunner with time, throws it over the middle, and Blanchard makes a diving catch at the 37-yard line. I think he fell down on the football. He's kind of pointing to his right shoulder, shaking up a little bit. Jonte Gilbert, the corner, makes the tackle. And now Blanchard's going to come out of the game. We got Wiley out left again, and 2 receivers to the right for Gunner. Phillips in the backfield. They work out of the shotgun. Snap back, time to throw. Gunner fires and juggled and dropped at the black 49 by Dandridge this time, covered by Braylon Conley, redshirt sophomore transfer from Houston, Texas, transferred from Southern Cal. 28 seconds to go in the half. Black team has the ball back. They'll start at their own 35. And this is Hezekiah Millender at quarterback now, from Arizona, but played his senior season of high school ball at Clark Central High School here in Athens. First pass is complete up to the 39-yard line.
Timeout.
And
Black.
Nick Abrams will make the stop on defense.
30 seconds.
We'll use the G-Day timeouts as we run the late quarter drill here, trying to get the offense up and down the field, get them into scoring position. 22 seconds to go. Ball's on the 39 of the black team, moving to our left. Millender throw, and nice catch on the far sideline by Ethan Barbour, the tight end. Had double coverage over there, and Barbour able to get position, make the catch right in his gut at the 39-yard line.
Really good
by
throw.
Terrence Pinnock, the outside linebacker.
Really good throw by Millender.
Hezekiah out of the shotgun. Takes the snap, slings it quickly to the right, going to Barbour again. This time he short hopped his target. Snap it back. Hezekiah will unload again, this time going for pro throw. Another tight end target, and it's incomplete at the 25-yard line. Nick Abrams again in the neighborhood to help break up that pass.
Not a terrible spot for the football. Pro throw's got to catch that.
Ball's at the 41 of the red. The black team with 10 seconds to work with here. Try to get in some kind of scoring position. Kirby talks with his quarterback, Hezekiah Millender, now before they snap the ball. Bo Walker in the backfield to his left. Snap into the shotgun. Stands in the pocket, slings it straight down the hash, middle of the field, and incomplete. Barbour was sprinting, trying to catch up to that football, but it overshot everybody around the 9 or the 8-yard line. Incomplete, and 6 seconds remain.
think it was A.J. Crua with the pressure on Millender. I couldn't quite catch the number, but I know that he was rushing around the outside of Boko.
Now they'll put the ball on the 30 and we'll try a field goal for the black team. And this will be Connor Ferguson, a redshirt freshman, to kick it from the 38, a 48-yard try on the far hash, kicking left. And the snap and the hold, the kick in the air towards the uprights, and no good. Missed it to the right. And that's the end of the half. Oh, that was Zuricat. Haran Zuricat, not Ferguson, excuse me. It was 99, not 98. They spot the ball on the 35-yard line for the black team. Hezekiah Millender in at quarterback. They run a little touch pass to the motion man, Jeremy Bell, to the right side. He kind of bobbled it up high as Bell went in motion in front of the quarterback, and as soon as it touches Millender's hands, he's pushing it back to the motion man Bell, and he's going to be stopped on the right side of the field at the 36-yard line. Nick Abrams, who's made a lot of tackles today, the freshman linebacker from Baltimore, makes another one there after about a 2-yard gain. Jay Lamar in the backfield with Millender. He'll sling it out again, the quarterback will, to Jeremy Bell near the sideline, and between the numbers and the boundary, he's going to be stopped at the 47-yard line by Todd Robinson, who had that interception. Nearly 40 new players coming on the roster between the mid-year enrollees and the transfers. Millender going to be sacked. He hesitated in the pocket. He got pressure from
Kamari Brooks.
And they put him behind the sticks on this play. 3rd and 13. Snap back to Millender. And the throw downfield is caught, plucked right out of the air by Fogel. Braden Fogel, freshman tight end, another one. Big 6'4", 250-pounder, just plucked it right out of the sky and then kept running before they get him down at the red 24-yard line.
Really good contested catch, but also I love what I saw there from Millender. Put his foot in the ground and delivered a strike down the middle of the field. Great throw.
Now 2nd down and 5 for the black. Put Prothrow in the slot and throw to him. Nope, it's caught by Taylor behind Prothrow. They were right in line with each other. Looked like Prothrow was upset that he missed the catch, and then number 47 was about 5 yards behind him, and Will Taylor made the grab on the sideline at the 12-yard line.
That route tree looked like a comedy sketch, but the black team offense got extremely lucky. Will Taylor was in the right spot.
They lined them all up. As they like to say, the planets aligned, and when he missed Prothrow, Taylor was right there to bail him out. 1st and 10 for the black offense. Handoff, Bo Walker, and he'll go down at the 10 as he runs to the right. Play clock at 1, at 0. They snap it right on the mark and hand it off to Lamar. He's got a hole on the right edge at right tackle and down to the 1. Didn't break the plane, but he's inside the 1-yard line. Nice job. Todd Robinson made the stop, pulling him down shy of the goal line. But Jay Lamar, the freshman from Moultrie, Georgia, getting some carries here in this series.
Well, and good ball handling, too, that time by Millender. He drew the eyes of the middle of that Georgia red defense. Thank goodness Todd Robinson was there for the red team. Otherwise, Lamar was in.
Bo Walker in the backfield now. On the 1, goal to go. Play fake. Millender going to keep it and roll in wide open. Just sprints right into the end zone untouched for the touchdown. Hezekiah very excited to celebrate with his offensive unit under the goal post down to the right end zone. And the black team is on the scoreboard.
Yeah, good job ball handling again. Looked like a similar play, read option. And of course, the previous play, the hole was there also too, but he chose to give it to Lamar. But that time chose to keep it for himself. And Scott, I think me, you, Hondo, Road Dog, Shivani, we could have run shoulder to shoulder in the end zone with that big old hole.
Inside a bus, long ways. It was a huge hole, which makes sense as to why the quarterback kept it there. Yeah, no threat of getting walloped.
Or sorry, Ryan Montgomery.
Yeah, there's a couple of them. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Montgomery throws opposite way this time to Wiley, and he goes up high to catch this one at the 50. Black defense trying to rip it out of his hands on the sideline, unable to do so. Jonte Gilbert. Tight end in motion to the near side. That's eye candy. Dowdle hurdles a man at the 45, still running down the far sideline, and Dante Dowdle tripped up out of bounds far side of the field at the 21-yard line. Ryan Montgomery goes under center this time. Offensive line overloaded to the left. Stretch handoff. Ooh, clobbered. Bowens just got blown up by the linebacker Justin Williams in the backfield at the 20. Lost a yard plus a foot or so. Chauncey Bowens, clean handoff, and all the blocking was on the left side of the line of scrimmage, and that's where the tackle came from too.
Yeah, it was a perfectly timed run blitz, and also two perfectly timed mental break there, running past color and not getting that block.
3rd and 9 for the Red offense. Montgomery to throw out of the shotgun, hangs it up for the far sideline in the end zone, and incomplete. Isaiah Canyon was the guy they were trying to get the ball to. Jonte Gilbert had him covered up pretty good, and the ball lands just to the right of the right sideline in the end zone on the far side of the field. Incomplete. And that'll bring up 4th down and 9.
Man, I bet those Pascal situations, those 7-on-7 practices, those periods this spring have just absolutely been something to behold, man. You see these receivers, super talented, good talented quarterbacks, and cornerback play's been on point with their coverage today.
Peyton Woodring will try field goal from the near hash on the 28, a 38-yard try with a little bit of an angle. And he'll put it up and through, as he usually does. Another field goal for the Red offense, and it's 20-7. And we've got a timeout with 5:38 to go in the 3rd quarter. They did not start at the 25. They started at the 30. Jake Bobo is the quarterback now, the son of the offensive coordinator and the brother of Drew, who is not playing today. Now he'll hustle out to the far side as he throws downfield and completes the pass up to the 39-yard line. Now Coulter Ginn going to come in at quarterback. So Jake Bobo was in at quarterback for one play. Came in and made that pass completion downfield to set up 3rd. And what is it? 3rd and a yard to go. Now Ginn, play fake. No, he's going to hand it off. And Georgia will run it, bounce outside to the left. That's Micah Bell carrying the football. And he's slung out of bounds at the 45. Picked up the 1st down, but there was a flag thrown on the play.
You're going to have holding on the backside, the offensive line.
There's no flag on the play for holding. Results of the play is a 1st down.
There was, but Kirby, you heard Kirby Smart go, no flag, no flag, no flag.
He transferred to Georgia last season. As Ginn will throw. Spinning effort made by Thomas Blackshear on the right sideline, off his left hand and incomplete. Work out of the shotgun. Micah Bell in at running back off to the quarterback's right. Pressure up the middle. The play continues, and Ginn is intercepted by the Red defense at the 37-38-yard line by Blake Stewart, a freshman from Atlanta, right in front of the friendly bench for the Red, and they're celebrating right now on the near sideline.
Yeah, you had Valdon Sohn in the backfield in Ginn's face, forcing that overthrow.
Ryan Puglisi in at quarterback, and Dowdle in the backfield. Play fake. Puglisi's got time to throw. He'll step back and launch it deep down the middle of the field, and it's broken up at the 15-yard line, trying to get it to Wiley, and it was batted away by Maurice Hayes, a redshirt sophomore defensive back from Perry, Georgia. And then they'll shorten the 4th quarter on time. According to what Shock told us earlier, they'll shorten the quarter and play with a running clock for the most part until we get to the final couple of minutes. Puglisi Throws it over the middle, crossing route. Wiley off his hands, and Wiley wants to talk to Puglisi as to what happened. Maybe some miscommunication there. The pass is incomplete.
He did have some decent pass rush, but I felt like he had a pretty good pocket to stay. Oh, no, he didn't. He had a black defender right in his face right as he was getting ready to let loose of it. It was borderline, real close to a sack.
Sack. I got a sack, Coach. Let's go down to Shock on the sidelines, DJ.
You better hope your receiver's reading it the same way you are.
Absolutely.
Bryson Beaver, is the new quarterback for the black team, and he launches one downfield, is caught by Will Taylor, and they pick up a big chunk of yards down to the 30 of the red team. So Beaver comes in and throws his first pass of the game, and it's a big completion downfield. Beaver enrolled briefly at Oregon before transferring to Georgia. He's from California, and he's in the thick of a battle for quarterbacking spots at Georgia. There's a lot of quarterbacks on the roster this year, and they're all getting snaps. Beaver's throw into the right corner is incomplete. Trying to go to Thomas Blackshear, ran out of space in the right corner of the end zone, and there's a flag down near the goal line on the far side of the field.
Caden Harris got a little too handsy on the far side. This is either pass interference or holding. One of the two.
They're going to accept
pass interference. Defense, number 18, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
What's the advantage of running that play to the short side of the field?
I mean, you can catch them off balance. If you get that first block, you give your guy an opportunity to go.
Here's Beaver moving in the pocket. He throws a touchdown pass in the back line to Blackshear. Yeah, but they're going to say it was a sack.
Third down.
Well, that's funny. I'm surprised Kamari Brooks there with the sack, but I'm surprised that they're not letting that, because Kirby said right going to halftime, he said, I want to see a quarterback make a play. Beaver just made a play. He ducked the pressure in the middle of the pocket and got outside of the pocket and made him miss once as we're watching the replay, and then finds a guy at the end in the back line of the end zone, just running it all the way across. Good play by Beaver, but yeah, it was technically a sack. Actually, he probably would have been carted off the field. He would have been hit real hard by the defensive lineman.
That was like a Sunday revival. He had hands on him, so they called it down. Oh, Beaver avoids a tackle at the 11. They're going to blow the whistle there, too. Elijah Littlejohn was in the neighborhood. But again, the quarterbacks are off limits as far as hits are concerned. And Beaver just ran around number 35, Littlejohn, but he gets credit for a stop at the 10. And now he will exit with the rest of the offense, and they'll bring on the field goal unit and try a field goal, apparently, with Haran Zurakat, the freshman place kicker from Pittsburgh. From the 18 is where they'll spot the ball. 28-yard try near hash. Kicking left, the wind blowing in his face. The net behind the goalpost is moving in his direction, and the flags are moving pretty steadily along the flagpole in the northwest corner. Here's Zurakat's kick, and it's up and good. And the freshman converts a field goal for the black team to make it 20-10. 11:20 to play here in the fourth quarter. Having to transition, but Drew Miller expected to do really good things at that position. Throw to Riddell is caught as he leaps in the air at the 38. He's hit there, but he keeps his feet and keeps on running at the 40. Or they're going to spot him down right there finally. Middle of the field on the near hash, actually.
It was great blitz pickup that time by Dontrell Glover, too, picking up the free runner, giving Puglisi that last second to deliver the football.
Ryan with another completion to Riddell. He'll throw it on an angle, a quick slant from the left side to Wiley, and that's off his fingertips, off his hands at the 45 and incomplete.
Pass is incomplete, intended for Wiley.
Wiley and Puglisi not 100% on the same page here this afternoon.
That was that evil D word, Scott.
Which is?
Rhymes with pop.
I guess I went the long way of saying not on the same page.
That's right. No, you went
I used
the right
a lot
way.
more words than I needed to.
No, you're good. That's perfect. We don't like saying it either.
Puglisi with a play fake, bounces in the pocket, throws, and it's batted down at the line of scrimmage. Big Josh Horton at 6'4".
Batted down at
a Miami transfer from a couple of seasons ago.
So close. Puglisi doing a great job stepping up in the pocket and then trying to get east-west, or for us, north-south, the way the field's positioned to get toward the sideline to not go across, but he barely was about a half yard across that line of scrimmage.
So the red team will punt it instead on the penalty on Puglisi. That is, because he's got some size. Yeah, you mentioned Beaver going through his progressions there. He had a nice turn of his body, pump faked with his shoulder and everything, and then he repositioned himself to throw downfield. Didn't complete the pass, but the footwork and all the mechanics in the backfield seemed to be working properly. Ryan Montgomery, another one of those quarterbacks, back in on the offense. A pump fake, throw. Oh, nice one-handed catch on the near sideline. Is that Heinrich? Zion Branch, yeah, Colton Heinrich, another tight end hybrid, redshirt sophomore at 6'4", reached out in full stride with one hand and caught it. And he was finally tackled by Zion Branch deep in black territory down around the 27-yard line. Man, that might be the play of the game so far. Montgomery goes for the end zone, far corner, and another catch inside the 5 this time, and that's Landon Roldan, who tumbled to the turf, went in the air, brought it down at the 4-yard line. They got it up and over the defender on that side of the field, who I think was Maurice Hayes. But the red team striking quickly here. Montgomery, handoff this time, runs into the pile on an angle from left to right. And that is Dante Dowdle, and he's stopped by the linebacker, Krua, A.J. Krua. Red team ready to go inside the 5, round it to Dowdle again, and this time he plows in for a touchdown, just straight ahead power running between the hash marks.
And right up the middle, Smart running behind Cortez and Dontrell Glover. I think I'd trust running behind those guys also. Quick fire drill too. Didn't get it in on the previous play. Get back up, get the ball snapped. Let's run it again. Catch the defense napping just a little bit.
And 2 really nice throws and tremendous catches on that possession.
Absolutely.
One by Colton Heinrich and another by Landon Roldan. 53 yards to Heinrich and then another 23 to Roldan to get it inside the 5 before Dowdle scores on a short plunge to give the red 26, and now the extra point gives them 27. 27-10 with 6:17 to go. First play for the black offense. Beaver finds his running back Lamar for a short throw, and he's tackled by Kamari Brooks. Now Beaver wants to throw a deep ball and over the shoulder catch, but he might be out of bounds. He is. Far side of the field, just inside the 30. Pass was completed to Thomas Blackshear, but as we said, he was out of bounds when he caught it by about a step or 2. But a good throw by Beaver, although that ball drifted on him a little bit and took Blackshear out of bounds.
Yeah, a yard or 2 wide, but other than that, really couldn't have handed him the ball any better.
A little more than 5 minutes remaining till we get around the 2-minute mark, and then the game might slow down a little bit for some 2-minute drills and some stoppages of the clock. Beaver to throw again, far across the field, and a reaching nice catch tumbling to the turf is Caden Prothro, the freshman from Bowden, Georgia. Went up high and got it at the 40. Daniel Okonkwo, the safety, was in coverage, and 1st and 10 for the black offense with a little more than 4 minutes remaining. Play fake. Beaver in the pocket, going to run out. They let the play continue to the 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Tagged him at the 5. He runs into the end zone. They're going to blow the play dead at the 6. He was tagged down. Will Taylor with a block in the end zone, but they bring it back to the 6 on the scramble by Bryson Beaver, the 6'3" freshman quarterback from Murrieta, California.
Your defensive guys are just screaming how unfair that play was.
Well, they can come up with another stop, right? Goal to go, first and goal on the 6. He throws it to Prothro, 2 yards deep in the end zone on the far sideline. And Prothro goes up and makes a nice touchdown catch as he falls down in the end zone.
And there it is. Sorry, Jalen Morgan. Great position. Good throw from Beaver. Just shows you the physicality of Caden Prothro, the true freshman from Bowden, just going up and making a play. And that's just, again, 6'6" is going to beat 6 feet most of the time if you put the ball in the right place. Good job by Beaver giving your receiver a chance to go make it. And again, we're calling him a receiver, but he was the number one. May have been number one. I know he was in the top 5 for sure. Tight end prospects in the country last year as a recruit.
He's 6'6", and if you go back to a true tight end, and Elias Williams, he's 6'7", and we haven't seen Elias a whole lot today. Connor Ferguson with the point after try for the black team, and it's good. Or no, did he miss that? 27, no, he made it. Okay, the scoreboard was a point short, but yeah, he made the extra point, 27-17.
And you got like what you see here from Bryson Beaver, Scott. I mean, just throwing the ball really, really well. He has great confidence. I mean, trust in his guys. Go make a play for me.
A lot of chin rubbing and head scratching into the offseason with the quarterback room here. You got a lot of possibilities from their own 25-yard line. Puglisi claps his hands twice. They snap. He throws right sideline. Snatching the ball out of the air on the sideline at the 45 is Dandridge, but they're going to say incomplete. He was out of bounds.
Yeah, good read. Good read from Ryan there. Good placement, just a little bit wide.
Barbour in motion, comes to the near slot. Millender out of the shotgun will throw. Back shoulder throw and catch by Thomas Blackshear as he falls to the ground at the red 40-yard line. Jordan Smith covering for the red defense. That was a nice throw and catch by Millender and Blackshear, and a timeout. So with 1:51 to go, it's 3rd and 6 for the black on the red 37. Hezekiah takes the snap. Here comes pressure, and that pass is knocked down back in his direction by Brooks. Kamari Brooks came in on a pass rush from the left side. Quarterback's right, and the freshman from Bogart able to bat the ball away at the line of scrimmage.
Folks, you've seen why he was so highly recruited out of North Oconee High School. Just a very athletic, long-ranging outside linebacker. And yet again, Georgia just finds those guys over and over and over and over, and he's going to be a good player here for us.
Good basketball player, too. Millender to throw again. Backs up in the pocket, throws it over the middle. Ooh, almost intercepted at the 20 and then batted around a little bit off multiple fingertips, it looked like, and finally falls incomplete. Trying to get it to Ethan Barbour once again. And there was a lot of red in that backfield where that ball was ending up.
I was about to say there's confidence in your guys, and then there's maybe a little too much confidence. You had 3 Georgia defenders around Barbour. Those odds aren't going to be in your favor too often, Scott.
And Bryson Beaver at 6'3", the freshman from California. Pump fake, now throws in a clean pocket. And picked off. Nice interception. Tyreek Green in stride, caught it and went out of bounds at the 23-yard line. The ball just a little bit overthrown, Josh, and Green came up with a nice interception.
Well, and Tyreek Green's closing speed from center field there was just kind of unreal. And that's where the freshman's like, okay, I make this throw all day long last year in high school football, but you don't have a guy like Tyreek Green just flying across. Also, too, another true freshman doing a really good job showing his ball skills. Man, he's played a really good secondary today. Been in great coverage, physical at the point of attack when he's needed to tackle the football, hands on the ball. And Coach, you heard Coach Smart talk about it all spring, and you know he wants him, that ball hawk secondary. We got to get our hands on the football a lot. You heard him say that, and Tyreek's done that a bunch today.
Cortez Smith, the center, snaps it back. And a handoff to Chauncey Bowens. Haven't had a running play in a while. Stiff arm Bowens as he tries to fight for yardage on the left side. Now a late flag comes in as Bowens just jammed his hand right up into the face mask of Maurice Hayes, the cornerback over there. I'm not sure if that's the call or
Face mask. Defense, number 16. 15 yards added to the end of the play. Automatic, first down.
So you stiff arm me, I'll face mask you.
The tie went to the runner on Maurice. Just he's the receiver of a face mask. He's got his hand all in the face mask, but they both do.
Yeah.
That should have been offsetting at best, right?
That's true.
So I said tie goes to the runner. I guess the offensive guy gets the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, I've never understood that. If it's a stiff arm by the offensive player, usually they let that go if it's up around the face mask. But Puglisi will hand off to Dowdle. It might be the last play. Not a lot of run room there. Chase Linton rides Dowdle to the turf right at midfield. The clock will hit 0, and that's going to be it.
It's going to be the last play of
We have ended the game, G-Day, and hopefully without too many bumps and bruises.